Hello, it's me, Sunfire SG, and welcome back to Create Chronicles Bosses and Beyond. This is one of our in-between episodes where I get a little bit of the gorp done, getting all the odd jobs that need doing around the server. So, we are desperately in need of a bunch of different resources, and in this particular pack, you are able to make renewable resources, and it involves these dormant volcano-looking structures with molten azurine and other things like that in it. So for example, we've got one of them here which is scoria, and that will give us like coal and stuff, but we're not setting that one up today. We're setting up this one, which is our zinc, I believe. Yeah, zinc and lapis farm. So nothing too crazy. All you need to do first off the bat is grab yourself a little bit of TNT, pop, and let's make ourselves a button. There we go. Put that in our hand there, put that over here, pop this on here, and I think we can just pop it on top. There we go. Drop our button back, and it should become active when we do that. Yep, there we go, it is now active. As you can see, active. Now what this means is, it means lava's going to pour out everywhere, which is not what we wanted, but it doesn't seem to be going that far. We should be okay. I think we can just block it up with that for now. Yes? Yes. Okay, good. So our drills are going to drill onto this block, this block, this block, and this block, where the material is going to be made. So we need to kind of clear out this area a little bit and just kind of set ourselves up with a little bit of a workstation. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get our power in. So for this, I'm going to be using good old-fashioned water wheels. I didn't want to go with steam engines, too unpredictable at times. Water wheels, easy to turn off and on. It's a very simple and easy way to get a lot of stress units, especially if you're using the large water wheels. Perfect for these little machines. So I'll get those set up and a little area for us to work with, and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, we have a proof of concept. We're going to have the cream buckets go here and here, and that should do all 4 of these. And then if we go ahead and put our lava down, we can test that theory before we actually start our machine up, which is probably wise, right? Probably wise. So let's do that there. See if we are correct. If we break these, they should become cobbled azurine. Oh, azurine, I should say. Do the same here. Yep. Here. Yep. And here. Bingo. Right, so that is great. That's our system set up. Now we just need to get our power, which is fairly simple. I'll just set that up. It's basically a tray with some water. We're using 4 of the large water wheels and then 1 small water wheel just to kind of speed it up a little bit and give it an extra boost. It's not necessary. You can have it running at low speeds, but I also do like to stick on an accelerator motor just to speed it up a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. Just like that, we have a water wheel setup which will power our crushing wheels, our belts, and our drills quite happily. Now underneath this, we've now organised a whole bunch of hoppers that are going basically around this outside line and then leading into this barrel, which is then going to go into our conveyor belt, which is our next step. So now, to make it simple, we've got our gearboxes to transfer that power to the drills. Got a little setup here that now allows us to have all 4 drills operating at the same time. As we can see, that's all going into here. And we've now got a brass funnel set with the azurine at 64, as we want it to crush 64 at a time. It doesn't have to, it's not necessary. You can use a standard funnel if you want to. It's not really going to change much, other than, in my eyes, I feel like it's a little bit more efficient. Is it? I genuinely don't know, to be honest. But we've got a little section here we can put our crushing wheels into. Boop, like that. And we can pop them down, actually. Such as this. And they should be spinning it in the correct direction, but we do need to power this lovely little array that we've got here. So let's get our pickaxe and we'll bring it up from this point here. So we'll do a vertical gearbox. Boop. And it should just quite nicely. Let's sorry, I'm a stickler for this stuff. we do need to get rid of this little bit of dirt. Is it essential? No. Is it going to annoy me? Oh, 100% yes. So let's do that. We'll get this in here, and then another vertical gearbox there. That is now going to move our stuff. It's going to crush, or it should do. I think it should be going fast enough for that. We shall see. But we do need to sort out our setup here as well, because we're going to have lapis coming through, we're going to have the nuggets, and we're going to have the crushed ore as well, and we don't want it just dropping off everywhere. So for now, let's just get a barrel set up, and we can sort out the rest of the sorting system afterwards, right? Cool. So that eventually, I think, will be our lapis, maybe? Actually, we could have lapis come off earlier. That might be a little bit of an option. So let's do that. We'll have the lapis come off here. We'll get another oak barrel here. Oop. And a brass funnel. We want to rotate that so it's going the other way. Let's get our lovely scepter. Oop. There we go. And we want that to be that. Okay, so now we've got lapis going into there. This should just be the crushed ore. So what we could do is get a compacting device, and we could loop that around so it goes back in, or I could have it as a separate chamber as such, which might be a better option, because we've got to smelt that. Let me work on a smelting setup, and I'll show you what we've continued to do from there. And with a little bit of extension of our system, and our gearbox is here, a bit messy, but it works. We've got a fan set up now. We've extended this belt here so the raw crushed zinc will go onto the belt, be smelted, ingots will be sucked into here, they'll be compacted into blocks, the blocks will then get deposited into this hopper, the hopper will go into this chest, this barrel, and that is our bulk storage of that. Same with this here, it's got a compacting upgrade which will compact the nuggets into ingots, which compact the ingots into blocks. The blocks will be then spat out and will go into this system as well. We are basically ready to go. We have put a clutch on here in case we want to stop stuff. Turn that off, get it going again. I do need to do a little bit of tidying, but what we can do as well is if we stick an accelerator motor. That's going the wrong way, isn't it? Can we just stick it on the drills? Maybe. No, we want it on everything, don't we? What about if we... Is there a way to make it so it doesn't just break off that immediately, I wonder? Oh, hang on. Oh, what have we done? Did I get that back? I don't think I did. Of course I didn't. Right, hang on 1 second. Let's get that back. Where did it go? Oh, it didn't even fall off there. Okay, great. So what could we do though? Do we need a gearbox there? We might just have to put a gearbox there. Maybe that'll work. And now if we put the accelerator motor, there we go. So we can bump that up to maybe, let's say 64. Yeah. Drill's going fast. That's chugging up. We should be getting our zinc through relatively soon. And we'll watch this system in action. So any second now, it'll come out the conveyor belt. There we go. It'll get crushed. This will go into the lapis there. So we'll see that pop up straight away. We've got the ore going in there. The ingots are going in there. This has a little way to go. So we've got to obviously wait for that. But obviously when it comes through here, we know what will happen. We've already explained that. It'll go into this box. Now it's just a case of finding somewhere safe to wait. Maybe I'll make a little box somewhere. And reap the rewards of endless zinc. Now I may just tidy this up with a little bit of andesite casing here and there just to cover these ugly shafts. But other than that, we've got a working system here for zinc. And you could repeat this with, well, if you're playing this pack, you could repeat this with the azurine, viridium, crimsite, ochrum. Slightly different for the scorcher, you've got to use cakes, but that actually might make the system more compact. But we're not on these ones. It'll be very similar when we get to this, but we've got to make oil-based napalm and cooling fluid and all sorts of other stuff which we don't have access to yet. I think this we've got to go to space for, and this we have to get our oil refinery up and going. But that is a bit of a win for us, I think. We're doing alright now. We've got zinc coming in. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I have a lot more of these to do, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.